Brilliance Audio presents Noah by Melody Ann, performed by Terry Clark Linden. Lights flashed in Sarah's eyes as unintelligible words floated around her. There was so much darkness, too much. The world was full of a myriad of colors, so when you saw it in black and white, you knew something was wrong. Very, very wrong. Let's go to code 3. Stay with us, Sarah, she heard someone say. They sounded so far away. There was a face above her, but she couldn't seem to focus on it. There were no eyes, no mouth, no nose. It was just a black and white blur above her with a halo of light behind it. Can you tell me your full name? She tried to answer, but she couldn't seem to find her voice. Sarah, when is your birthday? Again, she couldn't answer. We have a 26-year-old female who was the restrained passenger of an SUV traveling at approximately 65 miles per hour. Their car was hit on the passenger side at high speed and airbags deployed. She had to be extricated from the vehicle. She has a distended abdomen, labored breathing, and decreased level of consciousness. Her blood pressure is 83/42 with a pulse of 130. O2 stats are 93% and dropping, possible internal bleeding. Sarah wanted to know who they were talking about, but she couldn't find her voice. She heard a moan, but wasn't sure where it came from. Nothing felt real at the moment. Nothing felt right. A bright light shone in her eyes, and she tried turning away, but she couldn't move her head. Where was she? She tried to focus. There were sirens, but they sounded distant. She couldn't move her body. Panic was beginning to set in. Where was Noah? She'd been driving with Noah. Suddenly he'd yelled, and then everything had gone dark. Do you know what month it is, Sarah? Why were they asking these questions? Can you tell us what happened? If she could speak, she'd tell him to give her a second to answer one question before he spouted off another, but there wasn't a point anyway. She couldn't find her voice. Her pupils are equal and reactive, the voice said. Let's get 2 IVs started wide open. Oh no. She hated needles. Those had better not be going into her. Stay with us, Sarah. Let's keep those eyes open, the voice said. She was growing more and more irritated. She needed a nap. She'd been working hard. It wasn't a crime to take a little nap. She was in a dream right now, after all, so shutting her eyes was exactly what she needed to do. Her blood pressure is now 78/40. Heart rate is still in the 130s. Oxygen has dropped to 84%, and her breathing is more labored. We are going to need to intubate en route. We're 10 minutes out. Where were they 10 minutes out from? That face above her was growing blurrier by the second, and she didn't want to keep her eyes open anymore. They shut, and she felt darkness enveloping her. We're losing her. Sarah wasn't sure what that meant, but it didn't matter. The darkness that had been slowly seeping in washed over her like a cool breeze and took away all her confusion. She sighed as the voices faded away into nothingness.